Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of GMS the Great Millstone who teach and who rule well. Shalom, shalom. And this is Brother Nabala Kodash back with another lesson. All right. And, here's an article right here from Newsbreak. All right. It's an article outlet. All right. That pretty much, it's pretty much a forum where all of the different types of article companies, and things like that, will put their articles on. All right. It's called Newsbreak. All right. So, it's a bunch of different articles, different article companies, that are pretty much merged into one to bring you different type of information. All right. But this, as you can see right here, this is an article, all right, from Newsbreak, all right, and this is, something serious has actually happened, all right, yesterday with Donald Trump, all right. He actually pled guilty, to all 34 counts of hush money, all right, and, pretty much, now this article came out today, all right, pretty much, saying a civil war warning issued by Maga after a Donald Trump guilty verdict, all right. And so, the Maga, fanboys or, the Maga supporters, all right, are pretty much issuing, a civil war, all right. And so these are the times that we're in, all right. And, pretty much, this article pretty much says, civil war is here. All right. Civil war is here. All right. And if Donald Trump, pretty much doesn't, get elected. All right. Salakia, let me put this on do not disturb so I won't get anybody bothering me. All right. And pretty much, if Donald Trump doesn't get elected, pretty much, civil war is gonna take place and break out. All right, and this is prophecy. All right, this is prophecy. All right, this is spoken of in the book of Isaiah 19, man. All right, Isaiah 19, 2nd Ezra 9. Uproars of the people. 2nd Ezra 15. All right, so hey man, redeeming the times because the times are evil. All right, so. It says, this is the article, it says, Make America Great Again. MAGA activists have warned there could be civil war. All right. And this not too long ago, about a couple months ago, didn't that movie Civil War come out? All right. It says in response to Donald Trump's guilty verdict in his hush money trial on Salakia on Thursday, it said Trump supporters have reacted with anger. You see? So this stirred up these Edomites, man. All right. His supporters, man, are angered about this. All right. So this stirred up these Edomites. All right. This made them angry. All right. It says after the former president was found guilty on all 34 charges of falsifying business records over 130,000 worth of payments to former adult film star Stormy Daniels to keep any alleged affairs between them a secret. All right. So, pretty much Donald Trump, is being charged, for, pretty much having, hush money, all right, to this, giving hush money to this film star, all right, Stormy Daniels to pretty much, to keep it a secret, all right, to keep their affair a secret. And it says ahead of 2016 election, Trump denies any wrongdoing. He claims the case is politically motivated, all right. It says, right on X, formerly Twitter political commentator Joey Manarino wrote, the Civil War has begun. All right. We no longer live in democracy. All right. So, pretty much, man, this guy, Joey, man, he's saying, hey, man, Civil War, is pretty much begun. All right. Especially with this taking place. All right. Civil War is pretty much begun. And, if Donald Trump doesn't get elected, then, all hell's going to break loose. And it says in another post, as of today, with this fake guilty verdict against Trump, America is no longer the United States. It says we are a third world shithole heading for a civil war. You see, all right, and pretty and pretty soon, Babylon is going to turn into a uh, everything's collapsing. All right, so Babylon, the Great, all right, aka America, is collapsing. To the point of a third world country. All right, and that's how the times are going to take place. That's how things are going to start, happening, man. We're going to, Babylon the Gate, Babylon the Great. Salakia, I'm talking too fast. Babylon the Great, man, is going to be likened to a third world country. All right. It says Tim Pool, a conservative commentator with over 2 million followers, wrote "War." All right, so these Edomites know, man. They know what's going to take place, what's going to happen. All right, that movie Civil War didn't take place, didn't come out for no reason. It says Newsweek contacted the representative for Trump by email to comment on this story. Amid escalating tensions between the Republicans and Democrats, Trump supporters have repeatedly suggested that if he doesn't win, you see, his reporters are suggesting that if he doesn't win the 2024 election, there will be a civil war. All right. And this is the year, this is the election year here in 2024. So you could, if Donald Trump doesn't get elected, okay, you could expect all hell to break loose, civil war to break loose, man. That Jeremiah 30:7, man, Jacob's trouble. All right. You could expect that to hit sometime this year, Lord willing. All right. Lord willing. If the Lord has everything play out, how He wants to play out, because we know that Yahweh Shema Shai is in charge, of man's goings. He's in charge of what we do. All right, He's in charge of what's going on, and how things take place. All right, it says some Trump supporters have also shown a propensity for violence in the past. All right, so these Edomites are ready to get violent, man. All right, it says most notably when the U.S. Capitol was stormed on January 6, 2021 to protest the results of the 2020 election. It says, speaking to Newsweek, Todd Ladman, a professor of political science at the School of Politics and International Relations at the University of Nottingham in the UK, said there could be backlash to the verdict that involves violence. All right. So, he's pretty much saying, this verdict, pretty much could bring forth violence, man. It says the verdict was quite a lightning bolt last night, he said. For many, it was a vindication and demonstration of accountability. For others, it was an example of political persecution. It says spearheaded by the Democrats. It says supporters of Mr. Trump are outraged and are lashing out at the justice system. All right, so that's what pretty much, a civil war is, man. It's the people versus the government. All right, and pretty much the government, runs this justice system. All right, it says particularly that of New York. It is not unreasonable to expect a backlash that involves violence, particularly against some of the protagonists in the Manhattan trial. Targeted violence in the first instance could lead to a wider conflagration across the United States. What does conflagration mean? Let's look that up for edification purposes. Conflagration. An extensive fire which destroys a great deal of land or property. A fire. All right, so pretty much what they're saying is, that, this violence could spread like a fire, pretty much, all right, across the United States, involving highly polarized actors. My sincere hope is this is not the case. And we know that this this is going to take place because this is prophecy. Yahweh Bashim Shai, man, he it was written in the scriptures, and Yahweh Bashim Shai said that in the scriptures, man, that Egyptian shall fight against Egyptian, man. All right, civil war is going to take place. This is prophecy, man. Yahweh Bashim Shai said that he is not a man that shall lie. All right. So these things are going to take place. All right. Matter of fact, second address, man. Let's get that, man. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. What is it? 14. Yep. Let's start at 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. All right, meaning destruction. All right, so this civil war, is going to bring forth great destruction and a lot of death. All right, it says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. All right, for the sword and destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. All right, you see. So, woe to the world of them that dwell in, and destruction is coming, all right? You're going to have people fighting against one another, man, with guns, weapons, knives, man, whatever they can get their hands on, man, all right? It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard the kings nor princes or the course of their actions. It says, and the course of their actions shall stand in their hand. So there's going to be nothing, these elites could really do about it, man. All right, there's nothing, because the people are gonna go mad. They're gonna be so upset. These Edomites are ready to do damage, man. All right, so it's nothing really that really that they could do. All right, and so that's why they're bringing in these UN troops, man. All right, because UN troops will end it with a deadly force, and that's what's gonna cause the death of a lot of people. All right. During the Civil War, man. All right, these UN troops, man. These UN troops, people fighting against each other, all right? Egyptian versus Egyptian, you see? So we're in those times, man, all right? We're in those times. It says, and a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. So it's going to get so bad, man, you're not be able to go from city to city. That's how bad these things are gonna get, man, all right? And it says, for because the pride of the city shall be troubled. You see why? Because the pride of the cities. That it says the houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. It says a man shall have no pity. See, no man, they're not gonna have no mercy, man, upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil the goods because of lack of bread and great tribulation. And what is that great tribulation, man? Jacob's trouble. All right. All these things are going to simultaneously happen at one time. Jacob's trouble, man. The Civil War. All right. Everything, man. All right, it's going to take place. All right. Second Esdras. Let's go to Second Esdras. Second Esdras 9, man. All right, it tells you to measure our time diligently in itself. It says he answered me then. All right, this is the Lord, Yahweh Shai, answering Esdras, and said, measure thy time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he had made. All right. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, uproars of the people in the world. All right. And so this verdict here, that Donald Trump, has been charged with, these 34 counts I've been charged with, man, is going to bring forth, uproars, man, of these Maga supporters, man. All right, it's going to bring uproars, man, and there's nothing, that's going to stop, these Maga supporters, man, from bringing forth rage, man, from bringing forth violence. Why? Because Yahweh Shai, is putting the spirit, all right, on these devils to do it. Okay. It says, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake those things from the days that were before thee, even before the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world, the beginning and the end is manifest. Right. See, we're clearly at the end. All right, we're clearly at the end. Why? Because all the signs are being showed, man. All right. These, all the tokens, the signs are being shown. Okay. So we gotta, redeem the times, because the times are evil, man. All right. So that's why we gotta measure the times to the best of our abilities, man, through these scriptures. All right. Let's get Ephesians. Let's get the book of Ephesians, man. Let's get that. Ephesians 5. We'll go to verse 16. Or we'll start at 15. It says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. It says, wherefore be not unwise, but understand the will. It says, understanding, Salakia, what the will of Yahweh Shai is. You see? And be not drunken with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit. All right. So right now is not the time, man, to be drunken with the wine of Babylon, man. It's not time to be, caught up, in the things of this world, man. All right. We gotta be filled with the Spirit at this time, man. If you have the Spirit, if you have the Holy Spirit, all right, you're gonna be circumspect. You're gonna be watching. You're gonna be redeeming the times, man. You're gonna understand the times that we're in. You're not gonna be in the spirit of mirth, man. All right, you're gonna understand these times that we're in. All right, because a great slaughter is getting ready to take place. A great slaughter, man, is getting ready to take place, man. All right, like as the book of Ezekiel 9. All right, let's get Isaiah 19, and we'll end off with Ezekiel 9. All right. Let me see. Let's get the book of Isaiah. (19) and we will start at 1. It says the burden, all right, the troubles of Egypt, and this is talk about Babylon the Great, all right. Behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, all right, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst thereof. Right. You see, their mind, man, these Edomites, man, these Egyptians, man, they're gonna go crazy, man. They're gonna go crazy. All right. Their minds are gonna melt. They're gonna go crazy, man. They're gonna be, psychotic. And it says, I will set the Egyptians against Egyptians. And who are the modern day Egyptians today, man? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Those are the modern day Egyptians today. And they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right. So you're going to have Democrats fighting Republicans. All right. There's going to be race wars, class wars. It's going to be political wars. All right. All these things are going to take place. All right. In these times, man. All right. In these times that we're in. Why? Because Yahweh Shai said it was going to happen. It says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. And the spirit of Egypt is failing now. You see, the spirit of Egypt is failing now, man. One of those times, man. All right. You're seeing, these banks closing. You're seeing the economy collapse. All right. You're seeing, a famine, being orchestrated, seeing all these chickens and, these different chickens getting burned, these chickens getting cold, getting killed. All right. Why? Because of the bird flu. All right. You're seeing pestilences. All right. Going all around, man. So the spirit of Egypt, man, is definitely failing. And it says, I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek their idols and to the charmers and them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards, man. All right. So, hey, man, the spirit of Egypt, man, aka Babylon the Great. All right. Is failing. All right. So we're coming to those times, man. Great slaughter is getting ready to take place. All right. Telling you, man, it's about to get real serious right now, man. All right, it's about to get real serious. All right, so let's get the book of Ezekiel, man. All right. It says the vision of slaughter. All right. That's exactly what's going to take place, man. In the Civil War, man, Jacob's trouble, great slaughter is getting ready to take place. We'll start at 9 and 4. It says, and Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem. All right. And Jerusalem represents Israel. All right. Jerusalem is a people for its place. And set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that are done in the midst thereof. All right. And who are the men that sigh and cry, man? All right. The prophets, the teachers. All right. Of Yahweh Shai, man. All right. That go out and teach. All right, we sigh and cry, man. All right, and the followers Yahweh Shai, man. All right. So and that mark upon the foreheads, man, is the tawab, man. That tawab meaning exemption. All right, from judgment. All right, and it says, and to the others he said, in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare. You see, go through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare. Neither have ye pity. All right. Have no mercy, man. All right. That's what Yahweh Shai is telling these angels, man. Have no mercy. All right. Yahweh Shai is going to send these evil angels, man, to how can I to appease his wrath, man. All right. It says, see, it says here, slay utterly old and young, both maid and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. You see? You see? So it's going to begin at the sanctuary of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right? That's why this is called Jacob's trouble. All right? That's why civil war is going to take place, man, to bring forth, slaughter, man, to the Lord's sanctuary, man, which is Israel. All right? Those that don't have that mark is going to get that judgment. See, it says, then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. And he said unto them, defile the house and fill the courts with the slain. Go ye forth. And they went forth and slew the city. You see? So those are the times that we're in, brothers. Those are the times we're in, sisters, man. All right, man. We're in those times, man. All right. So, matter of fact, let's read 8. It says, and it came to pass while they were slaying them, and I was left and fell upon my face. All right, because Ezekiel was left when Yahweh Bashim Shai, was slaying, Israel. All right, Jerusalem, which is the people for his place. It says, and cried and said, Ah, Lord. It says, Ah, Lord, Yahweh, wilt thou destroy all residue of Israel, thy pouring out thy fury upon Jerusalem? You see? So, this is the question that Ezekiel is asking Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. Are you going to slay all of Israel? All right. Are you going to kill them all? All right. Because, Ezekiel's over here thinking, man, if with the Lord's fury, man, none of Israel is going to be left. All right. It says, then he said unto me, the iniquity of the house of Israel and Judah is exceedingly great, and the land is full of blood, and the city is full of perverseness. All right. Perverseness, wickedness. All right, corruption. It says, for they say Yahweh hath forsaken the earth, and Yahweh seeth not. It says, and for me also my eyes shall not spare, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense their way upon their own heads. You see? So, recompense their way upon their own heads, man. So, if you're, the Israelites that were wicked, man, Yahweh Bashim Shai, he slaughtered them. All right? He slaughtered them. It says, and behold, the man clothed with linen, which had the inkhorn by his side, reported the matter, saying, I have done as thou hast commanded thee. You see? He has done, see? And that's exactly what these angels are going to do too, man, in these times, man. All right? They're going to, the Lord's going to give the commandment that to start slaughtering. All right? And they're going to appease the wrath of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right? So those are the times that we're in, man. All right? You see? So that's the article right here. All right. It's called Newsbreak. All right. And this Pacific news outlet is called Newsweek. All right. And, this is right here. It says civil warning. It says civil war warning issued by Maga after Donald Trump guilty verdict. All right. So I'm going to put this. I'm going to try to put this in the description box if I could. All right. And, with that being said, all right, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Barakak Badash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of GMS Great Millstone once again, who teach and who rule well. All right, and this is Brother Nabala Quadash until the next lesson. Shalom, shalom.